AITA for making this condition on attending my brother's wedding? My younger brother Sean is getting married soon. He sent out invitations. THST included everyone in the family. I found out that he was going by the no +1 unless engaged or married rule. I felt confused since I've been in a long-term, 7 years now, relationship with my girlfriend, and I was counting on having her to come with me to the wedding. I asked Sean and fiancé about it and asked if they were aware they were excluding my partner with this rule, and they gave a "too bad, so sad" type of reaction. But I told him alright, then he shouldn't expect me to come either. He freaked out and called Mom, who said since I'm the oldest in the family then my presence at the wedding is a must. I told them I will attend the wedding under one condition, and that is to have my girlfriend attend with me. Sean tried to pull the "she's not official" and "she's not family" crap on me, but I told him enough. I remained calm yet strict with my condition. Mom said my girlfriend can miss one event, no big deal, and said I shouldn't be putting conditions on my brother's wedding to force his hand like that. I said that is all I have and left after a huge meltdown from Mom and Sean accusing me of trying to alter the wedding, disrespecting their beliefs and pushing my own on them. Oh, and went as far as accusing me of planning to steal the event so I could propose to my girlfriend. SMH. The rest of the family got into it, yelling at me for disrupting the wedding and trying to control and bully my brother into letting me do what I want on his goddamn wedding, and said it wasn't about and up to me to put conditions, and went on about how I should support him as his only sibling and a father figure since dad is deceased. But I think I'm trying to stand by my girlfriend and our relationship that means so much to me, but they see it as me choosing her over my brother. AITA? NTA. He is invalidating your relationship, and it's an insult to you and your girlfriend. This whole culture of, "it's my wedding, I can be a dick if I want," needs to get in the bin. NTA. I understand not wanting your college roommate to bring her latest flame, but I would assume you see a life partner in your girlfriend. I'm curious, it doesn't really matter. But I wonder, have you been together longer than your brother and his fiancé? Heck, your brother has probably even known her longer than other potential guests. Wouldn't he want her to come? I would assume she must be like family at this point. NTA. I hate when people decide to die on such arbitrary hills. The conversation should have been as simple as, "Hey, I heard the rules for your wedding are no +1 unless engaged or married, but I've been dating my girlfriend for 7+ years, so I'm getting a +1 for her, right? OP's brother. Obviously. And have that be the end of it." It's so wild that people make rules like this and then refuse to acknowledge that extenuating circumstances exist. NTA. You are a sibling and in a 7-year relationship. If he wants to make those rules, that is his choice. But you have the right not to attend. I wouldn't either. NTA. And it's a silly rule. Honestly. Some people don't ever want to get married. That doesn't mean that their partner isn't a part of the family. NTA. If I were your partner, I wouldn't attend the wedding or another family function again. Because even if they do back down and extend an invite, she will always know that they didn't think enough of her to include her. Who wants family members like that? Ones that pick and chose when you are part of their lives and when you're unwanted, unwelcome. No thanks. NTA. Lots of people these days have lifelong partners and never marry. You're 7 years in. That's significant. And mommy needs to stay out of it. You're 2 grown-ups. NTA. 7 freaking years? How long has he been with his fiancée? Actually, doesn't matter. Couples who live together or common law after less than 2 years in most places. And many couples opt to not marry. By year 7, I'd be referring to your GF as SIL. He's totally the AW here. And is alienating your GF. Your parents should be on your side. NTA. I'm a big fan of a no ring no bring rule to avoid randos. But once a couple reaches the 5-year mark, I think the spirit of the ring is implied. And it's rude to not invite them as a named +1. Your family is being awful to the woman you love on an Emily Post power trip. They're awful people. Thank you for sticking up for the lovely woman you chose and who chose you. NTA. You aren't some random cousin who wants to invite his new GF that no one has met yet. You are a sibling and father figure, and exceptions can be made for immediate family like that. Also, you aren't throwing a tantrum. You are just simply saying you won't go. Which is your right as a guest to decline. NTA. They can put any restrictions on their invites and you can decline. If they want you there, they will accommodate. NTA. And I'm glad you're standing up for your GF. Damn, that's awesome. You don't have to go to that wedding, they all suck. NTA. 7 years as common law married. So what's their beef? They just sound like they want to cause drama. NTA. And don't go. They are petty. NTA. 7 years is long enough to be an exception to their rule. I wouldn't go, either. NTA. His wedding. His rules. But you have the absolute right not to go. After 7 years. Your girlfriend should be considered family. Bet your brother hasn't been engaged as long. I feel like they may have made this rule to screw you over. Do they not like your girlfriend? Is she prettier than the bride-to-be? Jealousy. I would think a brother's girlfriend would be an exception to their rule. I think you're doing the right thing by standing up for your girlfriend. I'm sure she feels really hurt. NTA. Your brother can have whatever rules he likes for his wedding, and also you can decide not to go. NTA. It's his wedding and he can make the rules. But he also has to accept that some people may not show up. NTA. I think a engaged or married +1s only rule is perfectly sensible, and they shouldn't have to invite someone if they don't want to. Their wedding, their rules, and all that. However, they also should have expected that some would not care for that rule and would decline to attend. And given that you are the groom's brother, they also should have expected that you would not take it kindly if they informed you and your girlfriend of 7 years that she is not considered part of the family. Some people think that it's rude to ask for a +1 to be invited if they weren't. I disagree with that. I think that it's okay to ask, but that the person who asks needs to be gracious if told no. In an ideal world, they would have made an exception for your girlfriend. In a slightly less than ideal world, they would have held firm to their rule, expressed regret that you would not attend the ceremony, and gotten back to the business of wedding planning. But here's where it goes off the rails. I asked Sean and fiancé about it and asked if they aware they were excluding my partner with this rule, and they gave a "too bad, so sad" type of reaction. This is tactless, rude, and dismissive. And then they called in mommy. And the whole thing exploded. Bringing in the whole family was an especially awful move. As long as this was between the 4 of you, your brother and the bride, there was a chance you could have worked out something or come to a compromise. But bringing in the family makes things 1,000 times worse. Because now, there's not just a private disagreement. There's an audience. And once all of you in front of the audience, your extended family, it's nearly impossible for you to compromise or change your minds. If you do so in front of an audience, then you're publicly betraying a principle and losing face. So the battle lines harden. Sounds to me like you need to mark down something for yourself to do on the wedding day that is at least several hundred miles away and possibly involves a pool, a few piña coladas, and the banana boat song.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.